This is a simple demonstration of perhaps how you could use a noise gate creatively. So I've got a long ambient recording of rainforest ambience. You can hear high frequency, there's lots of insects, bird calls, presumably hiss from the recording equipment because it was really quiet and they had to turn the gain up really high. So in general, it's just a bit boring. So what I'm going to do is use a noise gate. Now we know that a noise gate will close and will not allow any signal through, or will do gain reduction until the signal exceeds a threshold. So if I set it really high, the signal will never increase over the threshold and we'll never hear the signal. If I set it slightly lower, the gate will open. Now, this creative use relies on using another track. So let's make an audio track and I'm going to drag in a drum beat, but it could be anything. It could be guitar strumming, it could be some other track that you've got already or that you create, and I'm going to drag this into here and just use this drum beats. Let me show you. And instead of analyzing this audio 3, we're just going to rename sample. It's going to analyze the drum beat in order to trigger that noise gate. So let's do this audio here. And by the way, you can set that to any input or instrument track that you've got going at this point. So let's mute that because we don't need it. We'll come back to sample. Nothing's happening. It's because the drum beat at this point is quite quiet and it hasn't exceeded -4 decibels. So let's drag it downwards. There we are. Clearly, mess around with the parameters. If it's too long, you won't have anything rhythmic. It doesn't even need to be 100% reduction. That sounds quite interesting. Almost like reverb. Like it. We could mix it with the drums. Don't need to though. We could have the drums entirely muted. It doesn't matter if they're muted. The noise gate still uses that track as its sidechain analysis, which is you just have to remember not to delete it and to keep it there, or indeed to right click and hide it so that you don't delete it. You could use anything. You could, instead of a sample, you could put a synth there and have it as chords and a sort of gated melodic or harmonic device. Instead of programming in complicated rhythms using MIDI, you could just have a drum rhythm sidechaining and triggering something interesting.